By the right of the council, by the will of the Force, welcome back into another episode of the galaxy-famous Jedi Talk podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Tom Okery, one of the co-hosts on the council this fine evening. How are you? That's great. I don't care. Joining me is kind of the full council right now. Let me introduce first, directly to my left, not Evan Boucher. He's across from me right now. But Brad Hughes. Brad.
He's sitting in my chair. I don't like this.
Yeah, this is weird.
You offered it.
Brad,
You told
Brad,
me.
what's going on?
You told me to.
I'm headed to Hollywood Studios in a minute with the kiddos, and that's why I'm not going to be on the full episode here. But I'm good. How's everyone doing? It feels weird to just be like, all right, here and go. I'll see you guys later.
To be a quick cameo on your own show.
Yeah, a quick cameo on my own show. It's very odd. I feel like I got written out of season 3 or something. It's very strange. What's up, fellas?
Not much.
Oh, look, there's my ride.
There's your
I'm
ride.
out. Have a good one.
Somehow Brad has returned and departed.
I'm out. See you guys later. That was it.
There was.
That's truly it.
Good thoughts. Good thoughts. See you later, Brad. And finally, my other co-host, man who once said on the internet that he loves Cosmic
I
Rewind
was
more than
waiting
anything
for that slander.
in the world, Evan T. Boucher. Evan, how the hell are you today?
Hello there. I mean, I love it more than things in other worlds, I would imagine. So yeah, that's partially true.
What's your least favorite Disney World attraction? Because mine...
Probably Remy.
What?
Yeah. I've only done it once, and that was 8 times too many.
So you tell me Tomorrowland Speedway is a better attraction to you than Remy?
Nah.
Okay.
But I'd rather ride it, but it's not better.
You'd rather ride
They
Tomorrowland
both,
Speedway
they
instead
both
of...
suck, but...
Nah, I don't think Remy sucks. I like Remy. I mean, I don't think it's the best that World Showcase has to offer as far as attractions
No,
go.
of
That's
course not.
Frozen. But
Ooh. Wow, disrespecting your boy.
the Three Caballeros? Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, when it comes to an attraction, Frozen's better.
I guess. But I love those animatronics because the history. They used to be in Tokyo, and because it's Donald and Jose and
Definitely,
Panchito. Yeah. I love how on the posters and like the queue, they don't put Panchito's last name. If you caught that.
Oh,
They
really?
say Jose Carioca, Donald Duck, and Panchito. I'm like, his last name's Pistolas, so we can't say Pistolas because guns.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
For the love of God.
Yeah.
It's okay. That's how this country was founded. Christ.
Right.
But anyway, well, we got some stuff to talk about this evening, and then stay tuned for following in the week for our top 10 episode this week. Evan and I will be bringing you our top 10 favorite non-human Star Wars characters.
I'll
That'll
give you a
be
look behind the veil. I'm currently making mine up
fun. Ooh, he
as
is.
we speak.
He is.
That's how I do a lot of these things.
Look
So,
out.
There it is.
There it is, the Metal Gear Solid alert. Did you ever get into Metal Gear Solid?
Is that what that's from?
Yeah.
That answers your question. No.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I had no idea. I thought it was some cartoon or something. Because it sounds like a cartoon sound
Yeah.
effect, like Pokemon or something.
Metal Gear Solid is a espionage spy video game series. It's my favorite series to date. And that alert is when you get caught, like when you're spying and you get caught by the enemy. It
I
goes,
can see
"Wing!"
that. Yeah.
So
It's kind of similar to like Assassin's Creed. I feel like Assassin's Creed probably stole that type of idea from them. But I get that.
all three of us now actually have the Ahsoka Legacy lightsaber box set.
Yes.
So what do you think? You grabbed it. Are you going to grab Plo Koon's that dropped today?
I'm going to give it like a month. But yes, I'll grab it eventually.
Yeah,
It's just budget is tight.
Yeah, I don't think I'm running right to it. Hi,
No.
Winston. What you freaking out about over there, buddy?
Oh, the
there
wasp
is a
came
wasp.
back.
The
The
wasp
wasp.
came back.
Waspus. Somehow the wasp returned.
Somehow the wasp returned. I'm going to go kill this wasp.
Get
so
it.
he's not fucking with my dog.
Or Courtney. Both would be
Yeah, yeah. Evan, steer the ship real quick.
Hey, that's a sketchy thought right there. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work. But I will wait for Plo Koon's because I want it, but I had to buy Ahsoka's plus Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party tickets went on sale this week, so I had to buy that, which I'm excited because it's my first Mickey's Very Merry ever. We got a date for early November, one of the cheaper dates, but I'm glad because that isn't a party that goes for like 3 or 4 months like the Halloween party. That one we're going to in August, so Halloween in August. That's going to be something I'm looking forward to. 100-degree Halloween. But the Christmas party, I think he got the wasp, everybody. He got it. He got it. Yep. As you can tell by Winston cheering him on. He just wanted that pizza. That's all he wanted. I don't know. He might have to edit this out. That just derailed. But yeah, I'll hold off on Plo Koon because other things had to be bought before that. But I'm still excited for it. It's still one that I want. There's only one that I didn't get that I regret not getting, and that's Asajj. I wish I could. Did you get Asajj's?
No.
Dang, you didn't either. Man, did Brad get him? I think Brad did, but had to sell him.
He sold us.
Oh, dang, that's sad. That's the only one I didn't get that I regret.
He only got one. Okay. So within the first 5 minutes, I'm gonna edit this part out. So 3, 2, 1. So yeah, are you gonna get Plo Koons?
Eventually, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna wait like a month or so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited for it though. I do want it.
Yeah.
I'll regret not getting it if, knock on wood, if I don't get it. But I really want it.
Yeah, I think it's a good character to have. I like the lore around how he was supposed to be the Jedi and the Mandalorian.
Right.
And then he's got a very similar lightsaber to Luminara.
Yeah.
Luminara.
I like his
whatever.
connection to Ahsoka. I don't
Yes.
know if it was intentional to put Ahsoka's out and then 8 days later put her former masters out.
I mean,
I don't know.
they've been dropping a lot of people from the Clone Wars era.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that was maybe in prep for Kenobi, but we didn't hear anything about any of
Could
those
be.
people.
If anything, you would drop Quinlan and then be like, Quinlan's in Kenobi, kind of.
Well, Quinlan was on that list, the vote list, which Caleb
True.
Doom won.
Actually, I think I did vote for Quinlan now that I think about it.
Oh, did you?
It was either Quinlan or Jocasta.
Ah, remember when Jocasta lost?
I do, but remember when it saved me money because I'm not buying Caleb Dooms?
Yeah, but that's like Disney's going to release this like 10 months from now, so who knows?
That's true.
You might have a surplus, and you'll be like, "Yeah, this looks badass."
I don't have a surplus of money.
I said you might.
I hope so. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. So there's not terribly a bunch of news out this week. Evan and I will slam through it. Brad had talked when he was at Celebration. He was really, 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 really into the Light and Magic that's getting put on Disney Plus, and it's just all of Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
Like Light Magic, kind of like behind the scenes,
It
how
even
they do a certain
covers,
thing.
Like ILM when they like broke off. I'm like, I don't want to say broke off, but it covers like ILM things that aren't Disney.
Wow.
Like they showed Terminator on there,
That's
Jurassic
right.
Park,
Yeah.
like things that aren't Disney. So that's a cool thing to see.
That's going to be really cool.
Yeah. I was expecting it to be like, here's Indiana Jones and Star Wars and a little bit of Willow, and that's it.
Right.
It's like everything.
Right.
Everything.
I'm sure it'll be heavy Star Wars, Willow.
Yeah,
and
for sure, for
Indiana
sure.
Jones, which will be
Yeah.
great because I at least
That's
2
what I
out of
want.
those 3. Yeah.
because I don't care about Terminator. It's the first 1 and 2 are great, but like I don't really care. And the first
Yeah.
Jurassic Park is great, but aside from that, I don't really care.
Got it.
But I'm
So-
excited for it. That trailer made me like say I can't wait for it.
Yeah.
Like when I first heard about it, I was like, yeah, I'll watch that. But now I see that trailer
It's
and
like a
I'm like,
must-watch.
I'll watch it today.
Oh, so July 27th
Yeah,
when that drops, that'll be coming out.
soon.
They're probably going to do the shows weekly, kind of like
Yeah,
I feel like this is like the next edition of the Imagineering story.
a little bit.
God, I love
Yeah.
the Imagineering story.
Me too. I feel like they just did it too fast. They're like, all right,
little bit.
here's everything that in the past 85 years up till now in
Right.
the first season. It's like
The only
whoa.
thing at the end of that first season, they kind of went real quick with like the new shit. Like,
Yeah.
I loved how they spent all the time on Walt and everything before them, but it was just
Yep.
like, here's the new stuff. Bob Iger purchased China.
Yeah,
Here,
it was like
blah,
the
blah,
past 20 years were all one episode when that should have been
Yeah.
like 10 episodes.
blah. You could have done a whole season on that.
Yeah, a lot's
They
happened
should
in
have.
the
That'd be
past
fun.
10, 15 years.
They should do whole seasons on eras of Disney.
Yeah, easily.
Like the first 10 years, the first 25 years.
Yeah, the 90s are their own, definitely their own show at
They are.
least. Yeah.
Good and bad, depending on who you ask.
Yeah, it was half and half.
Yeah.
Bad towards the end.
Did you know, speaking of Disney Plus shows, Courtney and I just found out when we were riding the Safari, they just got done filming season 2 of the Magic of Animal Kingdom.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I loved it.
Season 1 was
we
really
loved
underrated.
that series. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely loved
that's
it.
cool. I didn't know they did a season 2.
Yeah, the Safari driver said, "Hey, this is what's going on." So,
Awesome. I'll watch that for sure.
and just a general public service announcement to those who ride the Safari: for the love of God, don't stand up. Keep your thoughts to yourself,
Oh
and
my
don't
gosh.
push your camera in front of my fucking face to take a picture of the animal that already passed you by. Among a million other
People-
things that this family did in
People
front
don't
of
have
us.
common sense, man.
They don't.
Especially when they're in the parks.
That's correct. There's
It's
a
like
lot of
there's-
entitlement.
It's like an invisible force field. When you scan your magic band to come in, you just become retarded. Like, I don't like to use that phrase, but like, I'm not meaning that as the people that are actually mentally handicapped. I'm saying like you act like
Right.
you are when you're not.
Right. I feel like that word is like it should be removed from individuals who
Yeah.
are mentally handicapped and
Yes.
just put on like legit dumbasses.
Because if I'm talking about people that have the definition of like retardation,
Yeah.
I'm talking mentally handicapped. But
well, if you say it, I got you covered here.
there you go.
There you
yeah,
go.
there you go. Beep, beep. But I'm just
Beep.
don't act like that if you're not that. But
Thank
they
you.
do when they come to the parks.
They do, don't they? There's a lot of entitlement when people come to Disney World.
Oh yeah,
Disneyland too.
yeah.
Any recent Disney news that's got you chomping at the bit? That's coming up. I mean, it is hot in the parks there.
Yeah. I think we talked about it. Did we?
What?
But the Bayou Adventure.
Oh, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. We just
Yeah.
briefly talked about it,
Yeah,
but
I think-
she's coming late 2024.
I think this December, January is gonna be when it closes. So
Yeah.
get them in now when you can. And
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for that. We all talked about it. Yeah, we're
We
all
did a
excited
little
for
bit.
it.
So yeah, Light Magic. We don't know too much. Go check the trailer out if you haven't already. We're going to see a lot of great stuff about Star Wars, Indiana Jones, everything Lucasfilm, and then
Yeah.
some produces. So that'll be awesome. Here's probably my favorite news that's come out this past week because it confirms one part about this mysterious show that we're getting, starring one Jude Law. Skeleton Crew has started filming,
Yeah.
so that's not animated.
Hearing you say filming was like, okay, we all assumed it was an animated show.
Yep.
But when you said filming, I was like, that's kind of more what I would have wanted when I heard Jude Law. Because I was like, okay, he can probably be a good voice actor. But I was like, I'd rather see him act. Because he's a great actor.
Very
So,
true. Yeah.
Yes, hearing that it's filming means we're going to get to see him act.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Was it confirmed if he's like the mentor character, the villain? Because I think he'd be a good villain for this show.
It was not confirmed yet.
Okay. I'm hoping he's the villain, but
that would be great. If I
Yeah.
had to guess, he'll be like kind of the adult leader amongst like these ragtag kids that are being followed around.
yeah.
I wonder what
I
kind
could
of
see that too.
connections the Skeleton Crew is going to have. Like, is it going to be kind of like the Ghost Crew with like Ezra and Kanan and
Yeah, I bet
Hera?
they try to follow that same
something
model
like that.
where they're in this like tiny sketchy ship and like there's young people and a leader and like yeah, I bet it follows that same structure and like pattern.
I wonder if this will have any crossover with like the main shows with like how they did with Book of Boba Fett, Mando, Ahsoka.
I don't think it will right away. If it was like my guess, I don't
Yeah.
think it will right away.
Yeah.
But I bet it does.
Speaking of Star Wars TV, have you gone back to watch Obi-Wan Kenobi at
Oh
all?
yeah, I watched the finale Wednesday, so like 2 weeks after it came out.
Very
and
good.
I cried again. Like it still hit me. Have you seen it twice now? Or
Yes, I've seen
Okay.
the finale twice. Yeah,
Yeah.
every episode at least 2 or 3 times.
Same, yeah. But this one was just as good the second time. There wasn't a part where like, all right, I can skip past this. If anything, maybe the first like 5 minutes, sometime in there
Oh.
when they're on the ship. But I
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
skip
some
it.
of the
but
ship
like,
stuff,
I guess maybe
You don't need to.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
but it's still. I was like, this is moving at a clip. It doesn't stop, and it's I was crying again the whole time.
Next,
Just as great.
yeah, next Andor is up next. Is what I was trying to say. Is the next TV show like that's going to debut at August 31st, right?
Yeah, that's coming
It's
fast.
A month and a half ish.
Yeah.
It's coming real fast. You know what else is coming fast? That VIP tour we're doing a week from tomorrow.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah,
I can't believe that.
Yeah, we will have a full breakdown of that after the fact. None of us have ever taken a VIP
I
tour.
also can't believe how little is included. Like you have to have a park ticket and park reservation, and you pay for your own food. So I'm like, they're basically just giving you transportation and lightning lane.
Do we pay for our own food?
Yeah. There are like Mickey bars and churros and pretzels included, but like,
I mean, I'm okay with pretzels being included.
yeah,
but-
like I'm okay with that. But it's like, okay, so you're basically just giving us transportation faster than a bus and lightning lanes, which fast passes used to be free. So really, with fast passes, I feel like this tour is a waste.
Oh,
So
well,
I don't know. But now you have to pay for fast pass. But I'm still super excited.
I've always wanted to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, for the
I've always
bucket
wanted
list
to do
and
it.
for the pin alone. Have you seen the?
No,
pin?
I haven't.
They even made a 50th exclusive
Oh,
pin.
hell
So
yeah.
it's different than any other year.
It's even better to do it now.
Yeah, so
During
I'm
the
glad I'm
50th,
doing it
that's
now, so
cool.
I get
Yeah, there we go.
even better pin than a pin I've always wanted.
Hell
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Sandro, thank you. Sandro joined.
He
to,
will not be on the VIP tour.
to say the
ever
first order
because
is
of
the
that.
worst order. You know, I was looking through old trip pictures the other day, and I came across our trip back here, like when they opened up in the pandemic, September 2020, and it was still like Mickey's birthday bash. That was like the theme. That's when him and Minnie wore the
Right.
polka dot.
Yeah, I forgot that was even a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that took me a second. I was
Yeah,
like,
it was
what?
like his 90th birthday, right, or 95th, 90th, something like
Well, 1928 is his birthday, so
that. So it had to be 90. 30th.
2018 would be his birthday. I don't know. I remember what.
Well, whatever. Yeah. Maybe it wasn't his birthday, but anyway.
Yeah.
I'm breaking the fourth wall here, but our Sammy was with them. He was like one of the hype people.
That's cool.
I saw his face, and I'm like, oh, that's Sage.
Whoa, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's where he
That
was.
shows where they got him. So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't just like Croy. A couple of the Croys used to be on Galaxy's Edge, but they took people from other parts of entertainment. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I mean, you would figure. I mean, these are seasoned
yeah,
vets
the
at this
best
stuff.
of the
Like
best.
you have to take
have
the best of the
of
best. Yeah. And we saw the best of the best on the Halcyon.
Yeah, you definitely
We
had the best
absolutely
Croy.
did.
I think you had the same Wraith as I did, right? Or no,
We
did
did.
you have the Wraith that looked like Joe Rody?
No,
Okay,
No,
you
no.
had the same Wraith. I think he's the best Wraith.
our Wraith was awesome.
Yeah. I think that's the best Wraith. And you were our Sammy, one of the two. Those are the top two Sammys. So I don't know.
I haven't
who's
seen
better.
any video on your Sammy yet. I haven't even seen any of the
Okay.
other Croys too.
Yeah, I haven't really either. I've seen one on a Croy that is new to the Halcyon, and I'm
Oh.
not a huge fan. Like, he's fine. He's not bad.
He's new,
but
to
he's
the
just
Halcyon.
not as good as the Croy we
See,
had.
this is the thing I was always thinking about with the Halcyon, and I promise we'll get to Andor. This is going to be all over the place today. There's like no
Yeah,
news. So
especially now that you
yeah.
mentioned the H word. Like,
Yeah,
oh, boy. Watch out.
hold on, I got to get that seismic charge. of
Preparation
fucking
H,
Android.
you know.
Yeah, preparation age. There we
There
go.
it is.
Actually, I probably should have used this one.
Or just do the alarm to let the
Oh, God.
listeners know that Evan's going to rant 40 minutes on the Halcyon.
No, I thought the
Because
Imperial alarm was our misogynistic alarm.
it could be for that.
We won't use it because Brad's not here.
No,
so-
no. And he's not here to talk about how he actually is excited for Andor now.
He
So,
is, yeah. So, but real quick on the Halcyon, I need to get this thought on my head because I kept meaning to bring it up on previous shows. How often do you think they're going to swap characters? Like, people come and go from jobs quite
Yeah.
often.
Yeah, especially if they're like that good and they get
Yes.
a promotion or they go to actual acting. Like, I'm not saying that this isn't actual acting. I'm trying to say like a
This is like a
TV or,
different
like-
tier.
Yeah.
Because like the Christian Bales, the Tom Cruises, the Scarlett Johanssons of the world
I
can
don't
say
know
cut.
if-
It'd be
yeah.
like done.
I don't know if they could do this.
They
I'm not
can't
saying
turn it
they could or
off.
couldn't,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they could. I'd love to see like maybe one of them tries it one day and see how it goes. But
Yeah.
that would be cool. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a lot of turnover with a few of the characters. But that's the thing is they have like 3 to 5 actors for
I
each
noticed
character.
that. I just hope.
So
I mean, by the grace of God, we won't be back on the Halcyon for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, our year's stacked.
But
with-
whenever I
Paris
do
and
go back,
London.
I'm requesting the Croy that I had. That's priority number 1.
Oh, can you do that?
I don't know if you can, but I imagine you can. Like,
Interesting.
this is the top luxury experience at Disney. They're gonna be like, "You want to come for this one? Sure. Like, we'll make that happen for you." I would imagine.
How far out
But-
do you think, like they have that scheduled? Like, could you say, like, ask them, like, hey, can the name of the actor?
If it's like normal Disney scheduling, 2 weeks. So I don't know how that's gonna be. Yeah, I hope it's not that, but I feel like it is like that, just so the schedule doesn't have like a different program, because Disney and programming never goes well.
No,
So I would imagine it's just 2 weeks out is all they know.
this could have a real. But this is probably a little different because they do things different on the Halcyon, just
True.
in general.
Yeah, true.
How they
for the
treat
better.
their guests, yeah.
Yeah,
The best deluxe resort on property,
best everything
by
on property.
far.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah, it's
best
not a
deluxe
question.
resort.
Yeah, but I mean, they have at least 3 to 5 actors for each one. So if 1 or 2 of them leave, they still have 1 to fill in until they fill in again. So
Yeah. What I wanted to ask you about favorite stuff, I saw in your story the other day, you said Pirates was your favorite, was it live action Disney movie?
yeah.
You didn't put, I was shocked no Star Wars movie.
Well, that's Star Wars. I know they're owned by Disney now, but like,
Okay.
there's no Disney logo before it. There's
Okay.
a Disney logo before Pirates. So like,
That's fair.
Pirates is a Disney
Okay.
movie, Star Wars or Star
That's
Wars
fair.
movies. I know they're owned by the same people.
That
but,
is fair.
Yeah.
Our favorite, at least my favorite Star Wars movie is what is at 6:29 p.m. Eastern Standard
Hey.
Time. The Last Jedi is still canon, ladies and gentlemen, especially you, Kyle.
That's still the best one too. I
Yes.
think it's Empire
By
or
far.
that, but the more I watch The Last
Last
Jedi,
Jedi,
I'm
yeah.
like, I think Empire might be
Oof.
1% behind it. Like, it's right there. It's like, it's right there.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It is just so good. Give it a chance, people. I'm telling you. Give the sequel trilogy a chance again. Episode 9's got a lot of problems in it. I get it. The more I watch it, the more I understand that.
Right.
The Force Awakens is just really fun. I remember having fun watching that movie in the theater.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Even in like rewatches are still fun.
Yeah.
But Disney knows and Lucasfilm knows that Episode 9 has a lot of problems. because I haven't read the book yet, but the new Shadows of the Sith is filling in a lot of those questions from Episode 9. I feel like this book was written specifically to be like, hey,
To fill in
Episode
the gaps,
9,
I know.
we fixed it. Like,
I wonder how much they butchered of that movie.
yeah.
Because it looks like they came in and did some reshoots with it. I know they did.
Yeah.
But
I think that book really solved a lot. I'm excited to read it eventually.
Me too, and I'm looking forward to when Brad gets through it, because he always gets through novels before we do.
Yeah.
When he gets through it and hear his thoughts on that, because that's a very interesting time period from Star Wars now that I want to know quite a bit about. I mean, Lando and Luke together. I mean,
exactly.
How cool is
I
that?
wish that would be a show. Maybe one day, hopefully one day, but I mean, if
That
all we get
Lando
is this book,
show.
it's still better than nothing.
Oh,
but yeah.
But the Lando show is going to be pre. Like
yeah, for
OG
the most part, it's
trilogy.
going to be Donald Glover.
Yeah,
but
yeah, Glover.
They could throw in just like random episodes. It was like, this one is 30 years ago. This one is now. This one is 5 years from now. This one is...
It's just age Donald Glover up.
yeah. I don't know. I'd be okay if it just jumped around and each week it was just some random new adventure.
Yeah, sure. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
We're going to get a lot of random new adventures. 12 a season for Andor.
Yeah.
It's getting 2 seasons, so
Yep.
we got quite a bit of Andor news this week.
Which we all questioned, even me who was excited for it. I was like,
Yeah.
really? 2 seasons of Andor? I was like, I don't know if I want that.
Rogue One is such a divisive movie in the Star Wars franchise.
Yeah.
You and Brad don't like it?
No, I like it more than he does.
Okay, I like it
But-
the most out of the three of us.
Yes, that's true.
I remember Courtney and I saw Rogue One in the theaters, and we both were like, wow, that was a good Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Like, I loved just Saw Gerrera. I loved Jyn and Galen Erso. I mean,
Yeah.
Krennic was the best part of that movie.
Yeah, no question. I love
The
Krennic.
best part. And
Yeah.
the Vader scene was very member-berries-y, and it was
Yeah.
it was great, the hallway scene. And,
Yep.
of course, Leia. But I don't know, it's just a good... Like, I get the pushback that it's boring. I get that. But you can kind of compare that to A New Hope. I just think Rogue One's a lot more interesting. It's just...
Yeah, I think it is too.
It's characters that don't use the Force.
Yeah.
I just...
I
that
think
make it their
Chirrut,
own way.
Chirrut is super interesting because he doesn't use the Force, but he knows the Force.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's one of the things I hate. But at least like he's not punching people in the helmet or slapping them like in Kenobi. But he's got a stick. He's got a freaking stick, and he's beating up dudes in armor. So that part I question. But
Look, this guy knows where they are like all the time because of
That's
his
fair.
hearing. He
That's
could
fair.
probably know
he
precisely
knows
where
the
to hit them.
pinpoints and
Yeah.
the weak points. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. But
But
I
no,
love his
I'm with
character.
you. I'm with you.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
his character though. He's super interesting
Yeah.
because he's the first Guardian of the Will that we like saw.
That's right. And you know who else are Guardians of the Will? The Sajas on
They
the
are
Halcyon.
all back to that
God,
H
that was
place.
so cool.
H place, not Halcyon. I mean heaven. That's what I'm talking about. Same thing.
You haven't posted about them in a while. You doing okay?
Yeah, I haven't been doing a lot on Instagram because, like, I'm not a high school kid, you know? Like, I don't really care.
So all 12 episodes. I have who's directing each episode, and I have who's writing
Nice.
each episode.
I don't know any of that, so I want
I
to
did very little research on these individuals because I didn't know any of their names.
if you didn't know him, then I'm definitely not going to know
Yeah.
him because you know more movie than I do.
Oh, geez, I don't know that much. But anyway, here we go. So Andor. So episodes. Now we're getting 2 seasons of this. That's confirmed. The first season's so the Andor in general is set 5 years before Rogue One, and it follows Cassian. I'm sure K2SO's in there somewhere. Young Cassian Andor growing up on wherever he's from. Do you know? Is it?
I forget where he's from.
Damn it.
Was he from the Separatist homeworld?
I think so.
I forget which planet that is, but I think he is the Separatist planet. But
Um,
I'm excited for the Mon Mothma story
Yes.
we're going to get.
Yeah. So the first season is the year 1 of those 5 years before Rogue One.
Okay.
Second season is year 2 to 5. Years 2 to 5, I should say.
That's cool.
This is going to be really interesting.
Yeah. I think season 2 is going to be more episodic.
Yeah, I think so.
Season 1 is more of like a linear, here's that time. But season 2 is going to be more like this episode. And then this one's vaguely connected. The next one's vaguely connected. More episodic.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
less of a overarching story and more of an episodic type jaunt.
So here's what I'm gonna blow through who these people are and what they've done, and then I want to talk about what we would like to see out of Andor. Like really like to see.
Okay.
So first, directing episodes 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, and 10 is Toby Haynes. He's directed Doctor Who, episodes of Doctor Who and Black Mirror.
Okay.
Black Mirror is good.
Yeah, I've seen Black
Yeah.
Mirror. How many seasons of that was there?
Oh, Black Mirror, 4 or 5? There might be 6. I don't know.
I know I saw season 1. I think I saw some of season 2, but that was it. Because like it's really good, but that's all I could mentally handle. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, this is breaking me. Like I cannot.
There's a
watch
lot
this.
to unpack with
Yeah.
Black Mirror. So
Each episode really messed me up.
Damn.
I was like, I cannot watch this.
could you imagine like a Star Wars like
Oh.
episode that like Black Mirror-ish?
Ugh.
That would be trippy.
It would be cool, but it would really mess me up.
And then
Do you know what episodes he did? For
Oh
Black?
no,
Okay.
no, I don't. But it's Toby Haynes.
He's
You know,
not the
you know, check him out.
first Black Mirror person to come to Star Wars because Bryce Dallas Howard did an episode of Black Mirror.
Oh, which one did she do? Do you know?
The one where she starred in it too. So she was like
Oh, yeah.
hitchhiking
I
across
saw that
the
one.
country to a wedding or something.
Yeah.
And then she gets to the wedding and she's like, "Screw all you guys." It's like it was probably the least mind-bending episode.
Was that the social credit score one?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Which is funny because Community has an episode just like that.
Well,
I don't
it's
know which
funny
one
because
came out
our real
first.
world is kind of turning into that. but-
Yep. But I
Social
don't know which
credit
one did it
score.
first. I think Community might have done it first, but it's not the Black Mirror episode is not a rip off of it by any means. But
Mm-mm.
yeah, it was the least mind bending, but it still got me. So
Yeah, it was good. So Susanna White directed episodes 4, 5, and 6. Susanna White, the only thing that even looked vaguely familiar to me was Nanny McPhee. Like that name popped in my head.
I've heard that name.
All
but-
the rest that Susanna
Oh.
White did, that she's directed, I have absolutely no idea. I've never heard of it before.
Okay, so they're giving like the first quote trilogy to one guy, that final quote trilogy of season 1 to that same guy,
Yes.
and the middle quote trilogy to this director.
Yeah, so
Okay.
episode 1, 2, and 3 go to 1. That's Toby Haynes.
Right.
4, 5, and 6 are followed by Susanna White. Episode 7 is the next person that we're talking about. Directing episode 7 is Benjamin Caron or Karen. He did an episode of The Crown or two.
Okay.
So The
That's
Crown followed.
really well received.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm very interested to see an episode directed by somebody who did The Crown.
That could be like the Mon Mothma type story.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I see
it's
her
the first
as like
thing I thought of.
like royalty. She's not
Yep.
royalty, but pretty much same thing.
She's
pretty much royalty.
close.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah,
I mean, she spent a lot of time with royalty.
yeah. I could see those being the Mon Mothma heavy episodes.
And then, obviously, we have episodes 8, 9, and 10, which is by Toby Haynes again. And then 11 and 12 are done by Benjamin Caron, who the one who's doing The Crown.
Okay,
So,
a lot of consistency, so that's good. It's not
Mhm.
like this episode is this person, next one is the next person. It's not a different
Yeah.
person every episode.
3 directors, 4 writers.
Okay, I like that.
So let's get into our writers. Tony Gilroy doing the same thing as the director. He wrote episodes 1 to 3
Nice.
and 11 to 12.
And Rogue One, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I was just going to say he co-wrote Rogue One. So
Yep.
good,
Alright.
good
Perfect
thing.
fit.
Perfect fit.
As
yeah.
he should be.
This
yeah.
like the first 3, I think it's perfect to have the Rogue One writer
Yeah.
open
to
it
capture
up.
that same
Yes,
kind of tone,
absolutely.
visually,
Set the
everything.
tone.
Yep.
Set the stage for all of this, and
Yeah.
then the rest behind you can follow.
Yeah.
Right. So, Dan Gilroy wrote episodes 4 to 6. Now,
Okay.
Dan Gilroy wasn't on Rogue One, I believe. I didn't see, but I know Tony Gilroy co-wrote it. But Dan Gilroy wrote episodes 4 to 6. But he did Kong Skull Island, and he did the first 3 of the Bourne Legacy movies.
Okay. Which Kong is that one? The
Skull
most recent
Island?
one? The Sam Jackson one? The Vietnam one?
Yes, I think it is.
Okay, I haven't
think
seen
it is.
that.
It's the one that's based off of the ride in Universal.
Oh, that one was Peter Jackson's.
Was it?
Yeah, with Jack Black.
That's what Skull Island was?
Yeah. The ride is based from that movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then maybe I'm
The
confused.
most recent one is Vietnam. Sam Jackson's in it.
No, the most recent one is King Kong vs. Godzilla.
Oh, true. I didn't see that.
God,
I didn't see the other one I'm saying
Look,
either, but
King Kong vs. Godzilla, like it came out at the height of the pandemic, and like I watched it, and I'm like,
I
I
forgot
am
it
now
existed.
dumber for having watched it. It was like I had to turn off the part of my brain that was an intellectual,
Yeah.
and just be like a dumb caveman
yeah.
to watch that.
You
Like,
don't
yeah,
like-
monsters fight.
The go into the center of the earth with no gravity, but there is gravity, but there's not gravity, and
Some crazy
yeah,
stuff.
and then he gets a spike sword axe thing. Haven't seen it, so I can't fully judge, but
yeah,
it doesn't look good.
yeah. King Kong gets like this big ass axe,
Yeah.
and it like
I don't know.
brings lightning down. I should watch that again.
He's Thor,
like really,
right?
really
he's,
drunk.
He's King Kong
Oh,
Thor.
God.
Yeah.
God, Thor came out today.
I am waiting. I'm going to see it next week with Austin. But I've heard if you love Ragnarok, you'll love this. If you hate Ragnarok, you'll hate this. So I can't wait because I love Ragnarok. But yeah, so you and Brad are going to hate it. But
Yeah,
I can't wait.
fail music from Price is Right is what that is, by the way, people.
I don't know. I'm glad Thor is not what he was in Thor 1 and 2, because those movies were just gray, black, white. Dost mother knoweth you weareth the drapeth, I shall go henceforth. It's like,
Yeah, they were being
this
Thor.
is awful. I can't take this.
But I can't believe I'm saying this because the MCU, outside of Infinity War, have handled Thor so shitty, in my opinion. He was perfect in
he was
Infinity
great in
War.
Infinity. That's
Holy
peak Thor.
shit, that's like peak Thor.
That's peak
I loved
Thor.
that.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, I can't dispute that.
They massacred him in Endgame, and at first I was like, oh, I find this storyline interesting. And then now, going back and watching Endgame, I kind of don't.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm
Yeah.
not huge on Endgame, so I kind of agree.
Yeah,
But-
it just weighs, it kind of wanes off on me as
Ragnarok
the time goes.
is what bought me into the MCU.
Really?
Yeah. I hadn't seen a whole lot before that. I saw like Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. The Hulk. I think that's all I had seen at that point.
Wow.
And then I saw Ragnarok, and I was like, holy crap,
Really?
I want to watch everything. And then I went back and I watched Doctor Strange 1, and I watched... I mean, I saw the Avengers movies, so
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
But then I watched Captain America 1, Captain America 2, Captain America 3. Like, I was like, oh, I'm in. I'm buying into this universe.
Okay.
And
That's fair.
I'm not buying it anymore, but that
Trust
got
me.
me into it.
I get the appeal of the way they gave us that movie, but like Thor 1 and
Yeah.
2, this is what I was saying. I can't believe I'm going to say Thor 1 and 2 are better than Ragnarok and probably better than 4. And that's saying a lot because those two movies kind of blew.
Yeah, those were awful.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand them.
It's just a crappy way to introduce Hawkeye, I think, too. I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Could have done
I forgot
that a little
that's
bit
how, he should have
differently,
been introduced in like a Captain America movie.
Yeah.
That's how.
Maybe,
Oh, Black
yeah.
Widow was Iron Man too.
She
But,
was,
like,
yeah.
You could have done that.
She
Just
was, yeah.
put him in Captain America or
That's true.
something.
So moving forward, Stephen Schiff wrote episode 7, just episode 7 of Andor. And Stephen Schiff wrote a bunch of episodes of The Americans.
Oh, that
FX.
fits perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a spy thriller, and so
Exactly.
is Andor, a spy
Exactly.
thriller. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
perfect fit.
And then finally, Bay Willimon. Am I Bo? Beau?
As long as it's not Beaumont.
No,
From
it's not
episode
Beau-
9, Beaumont Kim.
No. Bay
Somehow Peter Turner.
Willimon wrote episodes 8 to 10. And this particular writer did a bunch on House of Cards.
Another perfect fit.
Yeah,
Political
so
thriller.
I'm
like,
I'm pretty excited about this stack of directors and writers.
that's a good lineup.
It is a very good lineup based on their work. So
Yeah.
what do you want to see on Andor? Like,
Man.
this is 5 years before Rogue One, right?
Yeah.
So initially, and we all felt the same way. Like, I know Brad was really down on Andor. You and I might have been in the middle somewhere because I was just like, it's Star Wars content. I'm excited, but I really didn't want to see any more of this character. And I think it had to do with,
Yeah.
is he boring? Yes and no. I mean, I could see the argument on one side or the other, but it's like, do we have to know more about this time period, like before Rogue One? Like we
think-
know how it ends up.
I think I'm more intrigued by like the things around him than I am him.
That's exactly what I
Like
was
Saw
going to get
Gerrera,
at.
like
Yeah.
you said, was good in Rogue One. Like Mon Mothma's good in Rogue One. Like I want to see more of her story, which we're definitely going to see more of.
How much Saw you think we're going to get?
Have they shown any?
No.
But we're gonna get.
He's
him.
in it.
Yeah, I agree. He's gonna be
Borgullet.
in it. Yeah, hopefully Borg Gullet is not in it, but
That was weird.
I did not like
That
that
was
part.
just weird.
I skipped that part every time.
I wonder if the pilot who defects is going to be in it.
Bodhi?
Bodhi,
Probably
yeah.
not, because he's Imperial. But he might be. If we see some Krennic stuff, we got to see Krennic stuff. If we
Oh,
don't, I'll be disappointed.
Please.
Yeah, I'll be disappointed.
Galen Erso, Krennic.
Yeah, that brief
A lot of stuff from,
flashback
like,
that we
Catalyst,
got.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah. But every time I mention that flashback, Brad just says, "What? Read Catalyst," because that's
Yeah.
gonna give you what you want.
Exactly.
I will read it, and I'm gonna be happy that that's in there. But I'd rather see it
Yeah.
also in a show.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So Andor, I think, and you and I have talked about this at length, but the things surrounding the title character,
Yeah.
like the Mon Mothma storyline,
big time.
injected into my veins. Like
Yeah.
that's a character I've wanted more out of. She was very interesting in Leia, Princess of Alderaan,
Yep.
and then on top of this, we just get more of her, and they cut a good scene, a good chunk of scene out of Revenge of the Sith of her.
I was
which
gonna
is
say
poor,
that's
yeah.
one deleted scene that I wish was not deleted.
There's another top 10. We could do top 10 deleted scenes.
Brad has been preaching that for years.
I just have to,
we
like,
should do
research
that.
them, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I have to sit down and watch Star Wars. Oh no, but yeah, watch deleted Star Wars. But
Oh,
yeah,
it's just
that's
deleted
a great
for a
scene.
reason. So
Yeah, some of them. That one, I don't know the reason. I really don't get
It's
it.
a good point.
Like, I don't know. Time can be an issue because that movie wasn't like over lengthy. Like it wasn't too long.
Any
Right.
characters you like really want to see come back for Andor that were from Rogue One? Do you want to see a young Jyn Erso?
Jyn, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if she was there, but she's not like top of my list. But like Krennic and Galen, maybe even Lyra. See what Lyra's up to. Like, get her side of the story. Because we saw, like, Galen was forced into being an Imperial engineer.
That's true.
So what was Lyra doing?
Lyra
Did
should
they
be in
force
it,
her
yeah.
to do anything? Was she... I could see her being, like, a... Not the same, obviously, but, like, kind of a Mon Mothma figure where she's doing stuff behind everyone's back to form the rebellion.
What's the line in the beginning when she runs up to Krennic and like, oh, back from the dead or something?
Yeah,
like
he
that?
goes, oh, Lyra, back from the dead. It's a miracle.
Yeah, I think that might be my favorite line in the movie.
Everything Krennic says is great.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, when he's like, we were this close.
I'm actually a little excited to see more of K2SO, hopefully. Actually, I think we're going to see how he gets K2SO.
Right. Which is in the comics, so they'll either just do that shot for shot, or they'll ignore the comics, one of the two. And
do you know the timeline of when he gets them? Because maybe year one he's already got K2.
I don't know the timeline. That's a good question.
But I am a little excited for K2 because when Courtney and I saw Rogue One, we were sitting in front of the most annoying individual in the history of the world. So this is somebody.
Kyle was there?
Ah!
I had to do it. I'm in Brad's chair. I had to say it.
Oh,
The
damn it.
energy-
Damn it, Evan. Evan with the...
The energy
keeping me on my
wore
toes
off on
over
me.
here
It
with
rubbed
the
off
joke.
on me. I had to.
God.
I had to. I'm in the
Another
chair.
one, just in case. But when Courtney and I saw Rogue One, and we knew we were in trouble because they showed the trailer for Guardians 2.
Okay.
Because it was before Rogue One, and I'm like, okay, yeah, show me the trailer for this. You know, I'm interested in this. And every subtle, stupid, freaking joke that they made in the Guardians trailer, this guy was like, and I kid you not, Courtney could tell you, like 3 times. Every joke.
Not
And
much makes me laugh like that. In the
so
movie
when we
theater.
got into Rogue One, you know, K2SO was very much a comedic relief.
Yeah.
In that he was very sassy. So this jackass did that laugh to every single thing he said.
So
where
you
it got
missed
to the
all
point.
of that part of the movie.
Well, yes, and I've watched the movie again since then, but like, I'm still tainted by that D-bag.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still tainted by that guy who ate paint chips as a child. Tainted
And still
by
does.
the guy who just lives in his grandmother's basement.
Doesn't like The Last Jedi.
She's slinging it at the Wawa on the corner
Yeah.
because he won't get a job.
Nope.
Because the internet tells him not to slave for the man. That capitalism is bad. So you're gonna strive off your mother's mother for the rest of your life.
Probably
rest
snuck
of her
into
life.
the movie.
But yeah, he probably did sneak into the movie.
Yep.
Exactly. Or rob somebody for their ticket. I don't know where I'm going with that, people. It's been a really weird week.
Yeah.
It's been a weird week. But what I was getting to is like I want to see K2SO so he can redeem it for me. Like
Right.
let me see K2SO in another light that doesn't remind me of the jackwagon from the theater. Like
Yeah.
it was close to where I'm like, should we ask for our money back?
Dang.
It's
That's
like
bad.
it wasn't Studio Movie Girl's fault. And by the way,
Right.
R.I.P. Studio Movie Girl. I missed that place. Didn't survive the pandemic. So this was like a dine-in theater, but this was like a dine-in theater on steroids. They did it right.
The only one I've been to is Springs. So
Yeah.
it was better than Springs?
Much better than Springs.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not
When
a
you
huge
say
fan
Court-
of the way Springs does it.
Studio Movie Girl's better than Disney Springs. Yeah, it's not even close. That's where we saw Force Awakens. That's where we saw Last Jedi.
I mean, I understand I can't make like a cheeseburger and fries last the length of a 3-hour movie, but Springs brings it out like before the previews even roll. So like I'm done eating my food before the second preview's done.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I guess I'm done eating now. Like what?
That was another good thing studios did. They always brought the
They
food
bring
out.
it.
Brought the food out at like the best time, but you would call them too.
Oh,
Like
okay.
there were call buttons that you would press when you
Yeah,
were ready
Springs
to order.
doesn't have that.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what made them good, and the food was just perfect.
And yeah, Springs food isn't
So
that
good.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Springs is just like maybe not even as good as like quick service food at Disney.
Have you
honestly.
eaten at Enzo's Hideaway?
No, I want to.
We're eating there on Saturday tomorrow.
Nice. I think Brad's been. I haven't been.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Interested.
really want to. Let
I'm a
me
big
know.
Italian food guy. It's probably my favorite
I love Italian food.
favorite type of food.
I could eat that every day of the week.
Absolutely.
I'd be fat by the end of the week.
Next to
'cause
your donut,
carbs.
cheeseburger,
Yep. That'd be dessert.
dessert. God. Evan, ladies and gentlemen, Evan eats like a bird, like once a month.
Yep.
Yep, that's how he keeps the
I just walk
slim
around
figure.
the theme parks picking at popcorn on the ground.
That's who cleans it up.
Yeah.
Real quick before I get into something really funny that I stumbled across this week. And
Oh, yeah, I can't wait because I actually didn't even read any of this.
Brad and I are very strongly on the we don't want this stance, and Evan is okay with it. But Taika Waititi said he won't rush his Star Wars movie. Like it's when it's and I appreciate that. Look,
Yeah, as you should not rush any movie. But
agreed. I appreciate you taking the time, making sure it's a good story. and you've got what you need to make great Star Wars content. But at the same time, it just the way I've seen him handle like Thor and like, I guess he did somewhat. Which Mando episode did he do?
The one where Grogu gets punched by the stormtrooper, by the scout trooper.
Oh, they have the banter
Yeah.
back and forth. That is
Yeah.
100% Taika. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that now.
I like most of that banter, but like they shoot the can like 25 or shoot at the can like 25
Yeah, that was a long
times.
time.
And I'm like, all right, Taika, like
Oh, he was
three shots, we would have got it.
He was Family Guying the hell out of that joke.
Yep,
Where they
yep,
just
that's
roll
the thing.
over
Family
and over
Guy
and
is
over
the
again.
thing, yeah.
God, we know Conway Twitty was a thing.
I
You
hate
told
that.
us. I
Oh my
fucking
gosh.
hate Conway
I used to get so
Twitty.
pissed when I was watching Family Guy
It's
when
not
I was younger.
funny. It's not.
Yeah, now I can skip it because I'm on Hulu or whatever.
Yeah, right,
But like,
exactly.
as a kid, when it was on TNT or whatever, I'd be like, I'm stuck with this joke for the next 5 minutes. I have to
Yeah,
watch
right.
this.
It took you to commercial.
Yeah, I was like, okay, like, couldn't you just cut to him for like 5 seconds and like be like, all right, we
That's
got
just
it.
lazy writing. It's like you couldn't
Yep.
put anything there for 5 minutes, so
Yeah.
you found like the
Your
most
show's
obscure
already 23 minutes long.
country southern fat ass singing about his truck and dog. So anyway, but also
all
the other
country.
thing that kind of ticked me off, and I don't know if he was trolling.
No, I think this is real, and I'm not. Like,
How the fuck do you forget Natalie Portman was in Star Wars?
I can't defend it, but
She was Padme Amidala.
Yeah, I can't defend it, but
Luke
like,
and Leia's mother.
I can't,
What the
can't defend it. The writers of the Acolyte haven't seen Star Wars either, so like,
Yeah,
this
they're
isn't the 1st
they're,
case.
They're Trekkie writers. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, Taika has seen Star Wars, but he forgot this aspect. So I can't defend it. There's no way to. But like, there's people that haven't seen Star Wars that are writing Star Wars.
There's a different. Acolyte's taking a new property, right? And they're
True.
They're doing their research right now. You know,
Yeah.
Taika's somebody who's supposed to know Star Wars a little bit. He's
Yeah.
been in the universe. He's done a Mandalorian episode. Has he starred in anything?
Well, he was
Wars?
IG-11.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I thought so. So, but anyway, with all that being said, you would expect him to know the past.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
prequels are 20 years old.
My red flag would be like if he was writing a Anakin story or writing a Padme story. Then I'd be like, oh no, get him off. But I'm like, he's writing something that's not even connected.
We don't know
to
what
the
he's writing.
Skywalkers.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah, he said it's new locations,
Very
new
cool.
characters, new everything.
New locations.
So, like-
oh, wow.
Yeah, that part I don't like because I'm tired of new planets every day. But it's a red flag, but it still doesn't make me say get him out forever. But I get it. Totally get the red flag, I guess is the term I keep saying. But I totally get it.
Yeah.
I like him and I'm excited for his Star Wars thing, but he wouldn't be like my first guy. I'd be like, you give me any choice of any director, I'm gonna pick Taika. No, he's not my first choice, but I'm excited for him.
Yeah.
I still think. I mean, it's a pretty crap answer, pretty obvious answer, but I still would say Ryan. Just give me- Ryan's my first choice. But
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I still want to give Snyder a crack at a Star Wars movie, but I think that ship sailed. I mean, unless several years down the road because he's doing Rebel Moon for Netflix,
yeah, it could
which
happen.
I'm very, very interested in. If that does well, maybe Disney says, all right, Zach, we want to capitalize on this.
So there's a trend though with these movies, like Rogue Squadron has now been like indefinitely pushed back, and now Taika's movies like it's coming someday. We don't know. So like, what's going on with these movies? Are we just?
But the weird thing they did with Patty Jenkins' movie, the Rogue Squadron, was they said it's put on hold, and then they like came out specifically to say, no, we're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
It wasn't her schedule, so it was like...
Yeah, they were like, no, it's not Wonder Woman in DC. Like,
No,
so
Wonder
what's-
Woman 3's just in the writing phase.
Yeah.
I think I've heard news that Gal got on the internet and told everybody, like, yeah, we're just writing it right now. We're trying to make a good story, blah, blah, blah.
Right. So I don't know what's going on with movies with Star Wars. We'll
No,
get
but
one
they're-
eventually. Just
They're,
don't know when.
they're heavily focused on TV right now. This is the
Super.
series age of Star Wars.
Yeah.
And with everything else. And I still have yet to watch Miss Marvel. I don't care.
Same, and I'm not going to because I don't care.
They it,
So.
they introduced a new CGI look for She-Hulk, and I can't tell the difference.
It can't get any worse.
Harvey
so-
Birdman looks bad.
Is it as bad as Ugly Sonic?
No, I don't think so,
Okay.
because Ugly Sonic is pretty bad. By the way, everybody's got to see Chip and Dale.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it. but-
Oh, no!
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I think you'll love it.
I think I will too.
Yeah.
It's, I wanted to watch it like a week or so ago, but it was one of those where I was like, "What do you want to watch?" And I was like, "Oh, let's watch this." And Taylor was like, "I don't feel like watching it tonight." So I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
"Dang it! The night I feel like watching
Yeah.
it, you don't." Ugh.
There
That happens a lot
There's a
now.
part in the beginning that made me cry laugh. I had to pause because I was laughing so hard.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
excited for it. I
Yeah.
just need to find a time where it's either only me or she wants to watch it too.
I think Taylor would like it, too. Yeah.
I think she will too.
Yeah.
She loves Chip and Dale.
And it's
Last
just,
time we ate at Garden Grill, she spent like 20 minutes with them. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she
we
loves them.
haven't eaten at Garden Grill. I've been eyeballing that one.
It's still so good, man.
Is it good?
We're going again next week with Austin.
We're going to... Where are we going soon? That's in the park somewhere. No. I booked reservations for a Walt-themed restaurant in Disneyland Paris. Just recently.
I've heard about that. It's on Main Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone says like that's the place to go at Paris.
Yes.
They said that's the only place where the food doesn't suck in Paris. So I've heard that's the only downfall of Paris is the food isn't good, but the rest of the park's
interesting.
amazing. Yeah.
I mean, hold up. This is Fat America talking about
True.
Europe's
Take
food.
it with a
so
grain
it's
of
like,
salt.
yeah. Take that shit with a grain of salt.
Yeah, American
people.
food
Yeah.
sucks. So yeah.
I mean, it's fattening. It's good, but it's
Yeah.
just making us all plump mothers,
Yeah.
making us fart and stuff.
You gotta send me like a selfie of you in front of the Nautilus and be like, "Suck it, Evan."
I will.
Yeah.
Specifically.
because I want to see that Nautilus.
I'll make a TikTok. Say, suck it, Evan.
Their Space Mountain goes upside down, man. I'm jealous.
It does?
Yeah. Well, spoiler alert. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they have maybe the best Space Mountain.
That would have... I'm
That
not
would've
mad
blew
that I
your
found
mind.
out,
Dang.
but
That would have been cool, though, to not know.
yeah, that's
Dang.
fine.
Ah.
I really am okay with it, but man, that would have blew my mind.
Yeah.
Being on that ride.
Yeah.
And then we're like, what just happened?
What the...
Because we're sitting there like, or actually, we probably would have realized something when the harnesses came over.
True.
Like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Why does Space
It's
Mountain
like,
have
why are
this
we
kind of
not
restraint?
feeling loosely like we're going to fall out of this thing
Yeah.
any minute now?
Yep.
We are all
They-
tall people on this show. Courtney's,
I'm the
my wife is
shortest.
tall.
Yeah.
Evan's the shortest, but you're 5'10".
I'm 5'11".
5'11", yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle's the shortest out of all of us. He's not here. He's like 4'2".
Yeah.
He's got cooking problems. Do you know Kyle has to jump up on the ledge when he cooks at home? He has to like sit on the top of the ledge
I
when
can
he's
see
like
that.
cooking, like making
elf on a
popcorn.
shelf,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
I can see that.
It's bad.
Can he
bad.
cook, though? Because I can't cook.
Probably not.
Okay, I can't cook.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So when we're sitting in Space Mountain, all us tall people, we're like, we feel like we're gonna fucking fall out of that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Great ride though. Great attraction. I saw that the lights were on again just
Ooh,
recently there.
Nice. I always jump on the People Mover. As
Yes,
soon as space goes
I
down,
love that.
go straight to the People Mover.
Have you been on People Mover with the updated
No,
narration
and
yet?
I don't. I haven't heard it. I don't
We
want-
haven't either.
Okay, I'm waiting till next week.
Okay.
Because I heard there's a Timekeeper reference, and Timekeeper is like my top 5 of all time.
Brad
So-
said they updated the last scene of Carousel too.
I did see those pictures. It looks really good.
Does it?
They just changed their clothes, but it looks great.
Okay,
It looks great.
that's fine.
So
I'll take any sort of-
Imagineering is getting things that they should get sometimes. So they're hit or miss anymore. It's like 50-50.
I'd love for them to just add a scene to Carousel Progress. Or at the very least, update the
That'd
last
be-
one
well,
a little bit more.
The way you could do that is that very first room that's just the curtain.
Yeah,
Just put a scene there.
there you go.
And you can have a
And
curtain
have the
that
curtain go
actually-
up, yeah.
Yeah, they could do that. It's been like built in. I don't know if that was intentional. They should do
It
that. though.
probably was.
Yeah.
Because they're not idiots.
Right? Currently, kind of, but they weren't idiots back then.
All right. Something that I came across that was just wild this week. Somebody dug up a message board from December of 1998. So this is before the Phantom Menace came out, people.
This is like before the internet, almost.
Yeah.
Like
Before
it's like
the
a
internet.
fossil.
It was during like the height, like this was like the .com age, right?
Yeah.
So, and the topic was Palpatine equals Sidious, ... It's so obvious.
And some people didn't believe it.
So let me just kind of give you like a breakdown of some of these random, and then like this thread, like there's 63 pages on it.
Holy.
And I'm actually going to share this in our story sometime this weekend. I will link this specifically so people, I'll actually do it after the show releases so people can check it out in our story. I'll make a post about it. I'll keep it saved so you can go back. But here's the first post. Hear me now and listen to me later. At the end of the movie, there will occur a subtle scene in which Palpatine is revealed as Sidious, the Phantom Menace. All evidence points in that direction. It would explain a lot. Now, here's where the Star Wars fans were quite divisive on this message board about Sidious and Palpatine. Now, to me, growing up, like I got into Star Wars later, like I already kind of knew that. Like, oh yeah, he's Palpatine, he's the
I
Emperor.
don't recall a time when I didn't know that.
Right, yeah. I think the toys kind of just gave it away.
I also don't. I don't remember when and which one I saw first.
Yeah.
It was one of the originals, so I would assume it was New Hope. But it
Okay.
was like 94, 95, whenever I was 1 or 2. So like Star Wars has always been just in my brain. So
Mhm.
I don't think I ever questioned. I'm like, oh, I wonder if that random senator guy is Palpatine. It was just like I knew that somehow and never questioned it.
And the username look_sir_droids. Not sure about that one. The future Emperor is rumored to be someone other than Palpatine, played by Ian McDiarmid. It's a possibility, though, and it could be cool. I don't think anything that big about Palpatine will be revealed until Episode 2. That's a good rumor to spread, though. Okay, here's a good one. Sidious is Palpatine. Don't think so. I imagine something else. There is probably a link between the two, I'm sure, but being the same. Sure, Sidious looks like Return of the Jedi's Emperor, but Palpatine in Episode 1 looks a lot fresher, I'd say. I believe that the title refers more to Anakin than the Emperor. And a lot of people agree with this guy. And then these people are talking about action figures looking similar. It's just so funny to go back to 98, this message board, to actually go over what people were debating before the prequels. Well, now it's gaining traction again, but people hated the prequels.
Yeah.
Some still do. That's
funny because people always talk about, like, oh, this is a social media age. If this movie came out in a social media age, how much scrutiny would it get? But, like, it's not Twitter, but it's still scrutiny.
This is Twitter before Twitter. These are message boards.
Yeah.
So here's a big one. Right now, I'm leading towards an interpretation that Sidious is completely different from Palpatine, yet is orchestrating the downfall of the Republic with him. Palpatine is subverting from the inside, and Sidious is manipulating the Federation to hurt the Republic from the outside. Well, that's kind of true. Sidious encourages Palpatine's dark side abilities, and upon Darth Maul's death, Palpatine becomes more of a Sith apprentice. Interesting. Becoming more and more powerful and power-hungry, Palpatine uses Anakin and his strength in the Force to usurp Sidious' shadowy reign. Personally, this is a complete speculation. I think Sidious hauls tail and lands on Dagobah, where is he summer. These people don't know how to spell in 98.
The internet never changes.
Summarily defeated by Yoda, creating the neat cave effect. Okay, Palpatine is now Emperor and Vader is henchman, and they hunt down the Jedi. This makes some sense, given that Vader offered Luke a similar proposal on Bespin. Plenty of dramatic possibilities and chances for her heroism, even in the midst of tragedy. People are asking about evidence, like, no, they didn't go to Dagobah. And this person, Palpatine equals Sidious. It's so obvious. Yes, it's so obvious, and therefore it won't be like that at all. Agatha Christie's books would have been pretty boring if the obvious killer was always the killer.
Well, Star Wars
I
is
wonder what happened to that
sometimes.
guy after he watched the prequels.
Star Wars is obvious most of the time. That's why, I mean, Star Wars never has, like, a plot twist, you know? Like, I don't even know, like, if the
biggest plot
Vader
twist was
being the
Vader,
father.
yeah.
Like, that's not a plot twist, I feel like.
Well, it's
like a character information twist, but it wasn't like a plot. I don't know. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. Like, it wasn't like a series-changing twist where it's like, oh, no. Like,
well.
Vader was still... I mean, it changes the series in terms of Luke wants to save Vader, but...
Yeah.
Luke could have been like, I still sense the good in you, random guy that is evil. Like, it doesn't have to be your dad.
It gave light to Leia being a Skywalker, because I don't think they had that secured until 6. So,
yeah.
Leia being a Skywalker and just that whole legacy.
Actually, I think Obi-Wan says it in Episode 5.
Oh, no, there is another.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That is right.
Yeah.
I know there is another Is Empire, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel bad for not knowing this, like, 100%. Here's another one. If you read the lines that are on the back of Palpatine's action figure, he talks about how old the Republic is corrupt and that... Oh, how about the old Republic is corrupt and that there will be a new Chancellor. I believe that Palpatine is the Emperor and that he gets the idea of the use of the dark side by betraying Sidious somehow. He is Sidious.
He is.
Mind you, what I'm saying is only speculation, and when you all realize that whatever is said here is just speculation, there will be no need for wagers. By the way, I think I will win any wager. Haha. Wonder how many of these people are still working at 7-Eleven. Yeah, it's just funny to see all these, like, hot takes. I remember seeing one specifically where somebody said, give George Lucas more credit than that. It's not going to be as obvious that Sidious is Palpatine. Whoops. Game over for that guy. This is also from Metal Gear Solid.
I don't know why in my brain I picture a cartoon with those sound effects, because Metal Gear is not a cartoon. Like, I mean, I know it's a video game, but it's like
CGI
it's like
video
serious,
game,
isn't
very serious.
Yeah.
It's about nuclear war and shit. Yeah.
I don't know why I don't picture that.
If you actually played the game, like the real world shit going down right now, it's kind of like 1984. But We're here to talk about Star Wars. Anything else this week, Evan? We're almost up on an hour here. Andor's coming, and looking forward to all this. This old message board, I'm telling you guys, when I post it on our social media, you're gonna like
See,
it.
though, I'm happy that that's more like fun and like not thoughtful, but like at least they're trying to think about stuff banter instead of like just cursing each other out and calling each other names.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't see much of that.
Yeah,
98.
That's awesome.
We all were happy.
Yeah,
And-
we all were back then. Yeah, so I love that.
I was 12.
but That's a fun thing to do. I wish like what other movies back then could you have done that with that were like huge franchises?
Jurassic Park.
Yeah. There's not as much like mystery with that though, because it's like, all right, there's humans, there's
True.
dinosaurs. Dinosaurs ate the humans. Got it.
Very true. Yeah, the 90s was full of a lot of...
It was just a lot of like action franchises. So there's not a whole lot of like mystery and plot twists.
At least, thinking off the top of my head, nothing as in-depth, though, as Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean,
that I can think of.
the Dumb and Dumber expanded universe is...
It's ever expanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber and Dumb and Dumber 2. All right. Thanks for joining, everybody. Stay tuned for our next top 10 favorite non-human Star Wars characters. This is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, another behind-the-scenes look. I'm still working on that top 10
That's
list.
okay.
It's
That's
almost
okay.
done.
It's
I'll
like
get
2
it.
days from now this episode's
That's
released.
true. I have
so.
2 days to get it finished.
Thanks, everybody. Please follow us online on Instagram at Jedi Talk Podcast. We're on Facebook as well. Give us a search. We are available anywhere you get your podcast. We're on pretty much all social medias. We cut Sprout Social this week officially. I told them to go scratch. They suck. So yeah,
kick rocks.
as always, thank you for joining. You've been great. We've been Jedi Talk, and may the Force be with you.
Always in good journey.
Rise, Jedi Knight. Master Yoda, is this the last episode of Jedi Talk this week?
There is a governor.